You stand in the back lawn of Silverdeep Castle. Poncellier Trask escaped, and Lumira Nilo, sending the deceased, revived, undead body of Adamar Ethland in cloud form high up into the sky so that he may fall into the water and die. Again. You're listening to Collective Imagination, a D&D 5th edition actual play podcast that takes place entirely within our collective imagination. You know, I try to start the episodes with like cool narration.
Yeah.
I'm really going, how do I narrate this? Insane. How wild. How kooky.
Kooky.
It was just kooky enough to work. The double doors at the back of Silverdeep Castle swing open, and stepping out onto the veranda, is that the word, is Miss Sandry Whitecliffe. She looks over the back patio. I need to study up on architectural stuff.
Courtyard.
She's looking over the courtyard.
Lanai.
Lanai. She steps out on the back of Lanai and looks over you all. Is everything okay? Trask? What's happened?
Miss Andre, he's gone. He was trying to take Aiden.
She picks up the front of her dress and quickly walks down one of the side stairs to meet you all at your level. Well, it appears as though he was unsuccessful, thankfully.
He worked for Primordia. It was all a ploy.
So the infiltration... It seems we might already be behind on some things then.
Are the guests all right?
Yes. Everyone's been sent home. Of course, there were some belligerent people to deal with, and I've tried everything short of shouting at them that they could die at the hands of assailants if they stayed here. Of course, you don't want to disrupt the public.
Did anyone trip over the bodies that I hid?
No. Where did you hide bodies?
In bushes.
Did you create those deceased bodies?
Did I kill them?
Sure.
No, I did not. They were hanging from the... Lanai. What is the word?
See, it's not easy, is it?
Balcony.
Balcony. Oh my God.
There you go.
They were hanging from the balcony when we stepped out.
She has a completely disgusted expression, almost clutching at whatever pearls aren't there. My goodness. Well, did they get off with anything?
Actually, I'm pretty sure that Ethland is dead.
But they didn't take anything else, not that we know of.
They just took his life.
Yeah.
We did kill a few of them.
Okay, I need to sit down. Come with me. Let's all head inside, and we can catch each other up on what is happening.
I am never taking my arm off again.
Maybe over tea.
Sure. Let's go. And she leads you all towards the dining hall. The dining hall, which is now all but emptied out, save for a couple stray chairs that haven't been put away. They're in the middle of striking and resetting the room to be something more visibly appropriate instead of functional, but she takes a seat. I do wonder if their primary goal was to kill Ethland.
Why is that?
He's one of the most influential figures in the city. I take it they took his body?
I'm sure it will turn up.
Perhaps they just meant to shake you up. From what Trask was saying, it seemed like his ultimate goal was to seed some political unrest.
Of what nature?
Well, of that I'm unsure, but something similar to where he came from, the doll. I think he wants to start something, or at least Primordia might.
I consider you all trusted company. the truth of what is happening is that we are on the brink of war. Peace is a facade, and every prick and point and jab is just cracking that facade more and more.
May I be quite frank with you?
Sure.
And ask you a straight question. They waited for the king to immediately disappear to end one of his right-hand men's life immediately. If Ethelind was as powerful as you may say he was, it was so very quick to end his life. Why did the king leave? Because it was a planned attack. It was coordinated.
I can tell you that Ethelind is as powerful as any mortal man. His true ability lies in the spell stores. He has a command over Silverdeep's arcane forces to the point where he's nearly a one-man army. As far as them waiting for a completely opportune moment, there are a lot of moving parts and variables that left us vulnerable. My husband is currently in the northern nation of Gahaya, particularly their capital city of Valo. He has been left there as a diplomat. Well, a diplomat is a term you're more likely to use when things are in more positive senses of negotiation. Really, he's there as an enforcer. When we had left this morning, it was under the agreement that Paragon Aithne would demilitarize Gahaya. Over the last couple months, they've started amassing troops, increasing their armory, and overall preparing for a war that none of us would have been expecting. She gave her promise. Clancy was there to enforce that. They had a sort of code between them, Foster and Clancy. It's this item called a twin stone. One person can pulse their magic through it, and the other side lights up. It's very rudimentary artifice. Foster had one, Clancy had one, and he was to check in each night. In the moment that he didn't, Foster would know something was wrong. Foster has not been here for even 24 hours, and Clancy has already failed to light the stone.
Does it mean that your husband is dead?
You see at the mention of that, she is really trying to stifle and hold back tears at the thought.
I'm very sorry. My arch nemesis, your son, I know that he loves your husband. And if he is not here anymore, you have my sincere condolences.
I almost wish that he definitively wasn't here, because the uncertainty is more disconcerting.
I do not mean to rush you. I cannot help but feel anxious to go to the spell stores right now. If Ethelind was the sole person over those stores, I fear that they may have been infiltrated through his death, and we must go there now.
I understand.
Do you know of any, traps or things that he might have there? Like code?
The man who would is unfortunately deceased.
Do you think maybe that it could be like a touch of your hand situation?
I don't know.
A bio code?
Lumira shoots both of you the sharpest look.
Because that would be very bad. That would suck.
It sounds like maybe we can ask Peridot for some help.
Let's do that.
We really don't know who we can trust, but Oracle Peridot, he is trustworthy.
I'm glad to know that. I can send for him. He can be here instantly.
I mean, he's an overall really great guy.
Someone that you'd want to have in your staff.
I mean, personally, he has our endorsement.
Let's go to the conjuring room.
Great.
And she takes you to a room in the east wing of the castle. opening up a door. You figure from how you've navigated around, this room is adjacent to the throne room. But as you open it up, it is dimly lit with candles all around.
Oh, so this is where Foster came from when we were in the throne room.
This is where anyone would arrive from. She says, if Oracle Peridot is highly regarded, as you say, then he would have the coordinates for this circle. You see her draw a few runes in the air as she casts Sending. She doesn't say anything, but Zorvan, you're pretty intimately familiar with the casting at this point. Her eyes depart from the middle distance and focus back on you all here. He'll be here in a moment. Brace yourselves, it can get kind of bright. After a few seconds, that hum on the sigil, it starts to glow brighter and brighter before an eruption, a pillar of light shoots through to the ceiling, and Peridot is standing in the center. Lady Missandei, and he notices you all. This never means good news. Why? Why am I here?
Cortand Ethelind, unfortunately, is no longer with us, and the spell stores, we believe, are in danger. We hope that you can help us get there to make sure that everything is in order.
And to help us get through any traps or magics that you may know of. I'm not sure if he would have changed it since you, but maybe because you work so closely there that you'd be able to help us check and make sure that nothing was stolen.
Of course, let's go. He leads the charge, not quite running, but definitely not walking. It takes a bit to keep up with him.
I'm just imagining Peridot, he's like in like a nightgown or something. Yeah.
Like pretty much, right?
His jammies.
Yeah, basically jammies in a coat over it.
Love him.
Over the course of you all making your way towards the spell stores, he turns to you and says, there's typically one other person with you, correct?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Yes. He went... Where did he go?
He went to chase after the assassins.
Zorvan, could you send to him and see if he's alive?
I've unfortunately depleted all of my magic.
And I'm really glad he wasn't with us.
Why is that?
Oh, he just has a really strong personality.
Oh, party and fighting.
Because he was doing the Lord's work by going and destroying the rest of them.
I thought he was a fighter, not a cleric.
Yeah, I wouldn't say the Lord's work.
I meant that in like a colloquialism.
It's okay. We're nearly there. And
Colloquialism.
I think it's cocolism.
Yeah.
Cocolism.
Colloquialism.
Yeah.
This is it, Paco. No, this is good stuff, Paco.
Okay.
You keep this in, Paco. He's not gonna cut this out.
you walk up the stoop and you're ushered into this magic shop. It's dark. It is lit only to the point of necessity. And he works his way through all the intricate magic items and displays and armored mannequins.
Iverson is not so easily able to navigate, and he's definitely stumbling and not trying to hit anything to the best of his ability.
Let's see how best that ability is. Make an acrobatics check.
Oh,
disadvantage.
No. Oh, jeez. 19 to start.
Okay.
18 acrobatics. I got a 15. Oh, wow. My rolls have been awesome.
Yeah, you're on fire, dude.
Yeah.
To the best of your ability, you avoid causing massive damage to any of the displays.
Mm-hmm.
You are clutching at your side, and for one moment you need to steady yourself with the hand that was clutching at your side so that you don't fall over into something. And as you reach your hand back, you see a bloodied handprint on that glass display.
Oof.
And this half-dragon figure looks back. Oh my god. I would ask you not to mess anything up, but we're past that, aren't we?
I'll clean it up later.
Are you slipping in and out of consciousness?
Not yet.
Okay, well that's good. Take a seat over there.
And he does so, and he plops himself onto that seat.
You're going to need to remove your shirt.
Obviously, right?
Stay here I will be right back. Valeris, please keep an eye on this man. He goes into the other room, and as he does, another figure pops out. Kind of like a girl who looks to be in her late teens, early 20s. Short hair, kind of tanner skin, and just a very, very sharp expression. You heard him. Don't touch anything. She sizes you up.
I'm sitting in a chair, and if you want to watch me dress myself, turn around.
I've been given express orders. It's nothing personal.
Okay. And very slowly but surely, he undoes the button-up shirt that he has, and very painfully taking the sleeves off of his arms. Very slowly, trying not to do too much.
As you look back at her, give an insight check.
17.
You catch a glimpse of her definitely enjoying what's happening before she sees your side. And you see that face turn to like appalled disgust. You look down and see the extent of the damage that was done to you. Now again, you've been brute forcing to keep yourself from passing out. But one thing peculiar is that black veins have started to spread out from where the wound was placed on you.
Iverson doesn't know what to make of what this is. He's trying to link any details and maybe, the words that the guy was talking about as sacrifice for the Nightwalker. He doesn't remember him having a weapon and trying to crush him. So it's definitely either he's dying right now or or this is a curse of some sort.
Make medicine, arcana, or religion. What check you do will determine the answer.
17 for religion.
The Nightwalker is an uncommon deity. I say uncommon because the most common ones are paragons.
Right.
And the paragons are hardly deities themselves. They're aspects of one deity, Sol.
Right.
But the Nightwalker is this being of darkness who had no discernible beginning, has just existed. Something, and is a deity that's very closely tied with Umbrasar, the world beneath. You get the idea that the wound, of course, the Umber Elf didn't have a weapon on him, but something about the declaration that he was making tied to what you see now, the wound that was inflicted upon you, feels connected. Valeris's look of disgust says, I take it by the surprise on your face that you have no idea what's going on here.
Something sacrifice, something Nightwalker.
Oh my... Lauren! And she runs back into the other room. And as the shopkeeper, who you now know to be Lauren, comes out, he says, one command. I said keep an eye on him. And he looks back at you, stops. Oh, too many surprises. I've been back a day, and there's 4 surprises in the last 5 minutes alone. And he walks back in to the other room. Valeris there as well, and you're finally left alone.
I think Iverson is very desperate right now, and I think the last thing on his mind is really where he's at and touching anything, and just really trying to keep from going unconscious, just because I'd say it's getting pretty bad right now. And your eyes roll back for a split second. You're seated, so you're not at danger of falling over. Right.
You start to miss moments, and as you come to, maybe a minute had passed, but Lauren and Valeris are standing in front of you. You had the right idea. You probably want to be unconscious for what I'm about to do to you.
Oh my gosh.
And he grabs the armor from your hand, looks at it. We can address this later, Valeris, and he plops it into her arms. The last thing you see is her leaving the room before, from his right hand, his draconic hand, he places it 2 fingers above your eyes, and he swipes down, and you go unconscious. You eventually arrive at the spell stores. In the moonlight, it is a looming, almost gothic church structure. The moonlight catches a couple of the windows, adding to this menacing glare. Peridot stands at the front door. He places his hand over it, and as he casts something, you see it branch out like vines all over the door in the front of this building, and it just shatters. We should be cleared to enter, but please stay close and stay behind me.
I check for traps.
Oh.
I'm gonna be right behind him and I'll check for traps.
Roll an investigation check.
I don't like how Ori said this should be okay.
19 plus 7, 26.
As he opens the door, you put your arm out and just start tracing. Something that even in all of his training, the Oracle could not see. You look into the mundane.
Yeah.
You look into the tangible. And as your hands trace apart, your mind automatically goes to where the most likely places traps are.
Okay.
As the door opens, you see right at the base a good old-fashioned wire.
This is why I'm here. And I would like to deactivate it.
Okay. Roll with your thieves' tools.
Okay. 22.
You trace from the wire to the mechanism. Because of the nature of how the door is already slightly ajar, you kind of have to reach around and you close your eyes to envision the mechanism. It's standard. It's one that you've seen time and time again.
Okay.
But you place your hand within, use some of the tools to fiddle around before eventually a click and the wire drops loose onto the floor. Please forgive my oversight. Thank you.
Forgive him.
You stay next to me.
You got it.
Everyone else, you stay behind me. Let's proceed. Miss Andre stands outside of the door. I can't help but have an uneasy feeling that this isn't the only place that could be compromised. I'll entrust the spell stores to you all, and I will tend to the remainder of the castle.
Do you need assistance?
I'm a capable witch.
Should I go with you?
You've already earned my blessing, Fern. And she pets the side of your head and gives you a slap.
Can I do an insight check?
Sure.
She's perfect. There's nothing wrong with her.
15.
There is a worry on her face. You could tell that it might not just be for present circumstances, but that there is a deep-seated worry in regards to her family. Maybe that could be clouding her judgment, but whether or not you agree or disagree with the method that she's taking, you do know that she's being forthright and honest. As the door fully creaks open, you see the spell stores in its entirety. It looks generally the same. Now, of course, you can't memorize the chaotic state that it was in earlier that day.
Nothing seems to be out of place.
Well, everything seems to be out of place, but nothing seems to be out of place in a way that immediately catches your attention. I'm going to need to take a closer look just to make sure that everything is accounted for. I will be honest, this is going to take me a while.
Can I cast Detect Magic?
Okay.
I'm looking for green scrolls.
Girl, get out of here.
Wouldn't it be so convenient?
Okay.
like a drug
Roll a
addict.
perception check.
That's a 20.
Now, it is an overwhelming amount of arcana, as we've previously described. But in your perception, you're able to key in on a couple scrolls. Some that are near Peridot, and probably more difficult to take. And some that are on the opposite end of the room, that given a little bit of rolling, you might be able to sneak away with.
I would like to try.
Roll a stealth check. You're going to be contested against
Hey,
Peridot's perception.
I have a question. I'm within
That last
an amount of feet with her, right?
How long does Pass Without a Trace last?
1 hour.
This is within the hour.
Unfortunately.
It's a 19.
Plus.
That's just a flat 19.
Okay.
You rolled bad.
Yeah. Do I still have Bardic Inspiration?
Bad lasts for 10
You do.
minutes.
You do.
Right?
You do.
So 1d8.
What is the...
I have the number here, and I don't want you to consider me unfair when I say this number. I just want to say that in advance.
Okay.
Why would I tell you guys that I just got an 8? Oh my gosh. Okay, so 19 plus 8.
27.
27.
It's 31.
Holy.
I knew it. I knew it was in the 30s.
His whole thing is
Stop
seen.
trying to steal necromancy.
You gotta break this down. You gotta break the numbers down, Paco. That doesn't make any sense.
19 plus 13. 32.
Even worse.
All right. It's all good. It's all good.
You see him turn sharply What did I say?
I mean, you said stay with the group, but I am a wizard too. I mean,
Numera,
can
just
you...
stop. We're in a life and death situation, Numera.
Okay.
Lumira, to the front, please. I need you close with me.
You send the problem child to the front of the class.
She gonna try it again.
While he's looking right at you.
No, after.
I follow her because I know her tendency. I've got one eye on Lumira and the other one on Aiden.
I would like to go more towards the front door again and just kind of keep a lookout.
Taisha, you stand lookout. Mm-hmm. Lumira, you are called to the front of the class. Everybody else stays relatively close to Peridot. He starts looking over the scrolls one by one. Your detect magic is still active. You see him hover over and graze past one of those green scrolls. And then he continues moving down and around, up and down, just taking stock of everything. You see his left hand is moving in a series of motions that you can tell is kind of like an abacus, where he's keeping track of everything. Like you could tell it is rote, like at this point for him.
Peridot, how much would I have to pay you to take one of these scrolls?
Lumira, I am not easily bought.
Say 15 gold pieces.
Numera, you're embarrassing all of us.
While this is going on, I'd also like to have a side conversation with Aiden. You know Trask?
I don't know many things, but when I was meeting with Ori, it wasn't for therapy necessarily.
Listen, I know you don't have family, but this party here, we're the closest thing that you will have. If there's anything, in the future that you need to tell us, family takes care of each other.
I don't even know what family is anymore. I was meeting with Ori because I don't know which memories are real. And as we continue to adventure, more memories break free.
And what are the memories that have broken free in regards to Trask?
Not much. Just when we were fighting him, I remember that I've met him before and that he tried to stop me from leaving, I guess, the doll.
Stop you from leaving.
I just wish that I knew more instead of less.
Shh. I found something. And he pulls out something that looks like a scroll from y'all's vantage point. It's just above the head. But in one of these small diamond alcoves, the scroll that he pulls looks identical. Up until at the very end of it, you see a mote of light. And Peridot very carefully and gingerly pulls this out. I need you all to run. We're gonna get out of here.
No.
Go. You need to go now, and he's pushing you all while keeping this thing.
Inside check. 21.
It's a bomb.
Are you running or no?
Yeah.
I guess.
I'm outside.
You're outside.
I'm grabbing Aiden and running.
Thank you.
All right.
But can I just gather some scrolls just to make sure they don't get burnt up,
Yeah,
I don't want the
sure.
whole thing to go on fire.
You can grab a handful of things on your way out.
Whatever you can reach as we're running out the door.
And we're gonna employ some luck here again. If any of them is the necromancy scroll that you're looking for.
Can I grab scrolls on the way out?
Why? Why?
Hell yeah, you can! Hell yeah, you can!
Like this.
Give them to me!
I'm gonna roll 2 dice.
These chaotic characters
Okay, I
are
can't.
killing
If
me.
either of these dice are 16 or above, one of the scrolls is a necromancy scroll.
Got you.
8.
Wow.
Use a luck point.
Oh, loser.
You get 5 scrolls each. None of them are the ones that you're looking for, but it looks like you're trying to help at least.
They're like how to mend a pot, how to make you pretty,
From
a fertility spell.
from the outside, as you're looking in, you see Peridot in those moments walk to the center of the room, place this on the ground, and begin trying to cast something.
Can I cast enhance ability on him?
What ability are you enhancing?
Bear's endurance, which gives him like 2d6 temporary hit points.
Oh, nice.
Do I roll that or do you roll that?
You can roll that. Sorry, I got dice happy.
You can roll it if you want to.
Oh, I kind of want to roll it. You can roll it. It's okay.
Hopefully mines are better. Yes.
Let me just lose 2 people.
6 and 4.
Okay, perfect. That's better than 1 and a 2.
Nice.
So he's got 10 temporary hit points.
Yeah.
You all make it outside of the spell stores. From looking in these 2 open doors, you see him working on this. Lumira, you can make an Arcana check.
That's 24.
You see that the spells that he's casting are abjurative in nature.
Okay.
He's shielding something. And in that moment of silence where you see the shields go up, you see the fireball activate. And the shields that went up were to contain him and the blast inside. He's not going to instantly die. 50 hit points.
Plus the 10?
Plus 10.
Plus
So
10.
60?
Yeah, 60 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Don't die on us.
6,
We just got you a job.
10,
Yeah.
20, 30,
He's gonna make it.
39,
This is cruel.
50.
He's still alive.
Oh my gosh, you saved his life. You saved his life.
You see him fall as the fireball disappears. The abjurations release, and he's on the ground, completely singed and nearly unconscious, but still alive.
Anu real life is gonna cry.
Okay, I'm going to cast Healing Word on him at the 2nd level.
Okay?
10.
He regains 10 hit points, and you see him, just from that, grunts a bit and pulls himself back up on his arms.
I'm gonna put the scrolls back.
Guilty.
Like exactly where they were.
Just going to chuck him into the darkness.
I won't make you roll, but while you're doing that, is everybody headed back into the building?
I'm gonna be in the building, but I want to be looking out the door.
Okay.
Well, I'm worried that that's not the only trap that was set. Is there any way that we can heal him more so he can continue looking?
You want me to take a second bomb?
No, we want to get you out of here so you still have a job. By the way, I think this could be your job.
There's at least something to look forward to.
Yes, when you get healthy. So let's get you healthy. Right, Lumira?
I mean, we can do it here.
Peridot, I can heal you. What's so special about that scroll that there's this enchantment on it?
Not an enchantment. It just had a fireball placed on it, hidden amongst this entire wall of scrolls.
Who would do such a thing?
The same people who would kill Adamar Etheland?
Does that mean that someone was in here?
Probably. They would have had to have placed the fireball itself.
Could I cast Detect Evil and Good to see if anyone is of aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead or within 30 feet of us?
Does he feel another elemental here? Are we alone here?
You cast Detect Evil and Good. You don't feel anyone outside of those that you can see.
Okay.
You get the idea Ponsalier Trask, in the midst of the chaos, was the one who set this.
Is there a way, Lumira, that you can cast like the detecting of the magic one to see if there's anything that is not in place, or perhaps Peridot, is that something that you can do to tell faster?
I don't need to cast Detect Magic,
Okay.
and neither does Lumira, because she already has it on.
I'm going to touch Peridot on his shoulder and cast a 2nd level Cure Wounds.
Okay.
13 health regained.
Nice. So he's back up to 33.
Right above 50%. He's out of the ICU.
So, Lumira, do you detect anything?
Oh, no, I don't think so. Just a lot of magic.
To be sure, I can check the rest of the walls, but honestly, if there's a second fireball, I'm going to require somebody else take it.
I can throw it really far. Maybe like up in the air.
That could be useful.
I have fly.
That could also be useful.
I'm just saying that you don't always have to sacrifice yourself. You may be in on a really big job opportunity.
Think about your future.
I know that there's probably a part of you that thinks I maybe did that for you all. Just know, I value the spell store way more than I value any of you.
Yes, we understand that.
Did not question that one bit.
I would kill you in a moment if I felt the spell stores were under threat.
Oh my gosh. Okay. You didn't have to say it.
Did
quite
everyone
like
hear that, though?
Lumira, back at my side, please.
Okay.
And you two continue checking the wall.
I thought he was going to kill Lumira.
Am I learning anything from this? Like, can I also do this after watching him do it?
Make an insight check.
16.
You start to gain the beginnings of an understanding of how this room works. The biggest thing about these scrolls is that they're not only stuff that wizards and other arcanists can learn from, but they are spells itself. You cast it without ever expending a spell slot. A single one of these is an incredibly powerful tool. Peridot begins checking the wall again.
Can I make a perception check outside?
Go for it.
6.
I'll tell you what you don't see. You don't see the wind rustling the trees and the tall grass out front. It's nothing. But you don't see that.
I see her looking out and I go, what are you looking at? Can I also do a perception check?
Sure.
We're suffering from PTSD.
Oh, geez.
I'm trying to make sure that
12.
With a 12, you actually see what she doesn't see, which is rustling tall grass and rustling trees.
I'm trying to see.
I think he's trying to tell us something.
Yeah, I know.
Can I squint and look harder?
Oh my gosh.
There's nothing to perceive.
I'm trying to make sure that we're not going to die.
As Peridot is searching the scrolls, I ask him, Peridot, Trask was a Genasi. His element, I guess you could say, was ice and necrotic. I see our paths intertwining in the future. Do you know of anything that he's possibly weak to, or anything that could help us with such a powerful enemy?
I would say that a being like what you've described is impossible.
Why do you say impossible?
Well, I'm not much of an anthropologist, but Genasi are born of a singular element. They're unable to change.
He did say he is some sort of a mix, perhaps, or...
There are new things every day.
What do you know about Primordia?
Not much more than the average layperson, I guess. They previously weren't active on this side of the world up until a few months ago. And they only bring destruction and fear among the people of Argent. I'd wish for them to be gone. Over the course of this conversation, he's tracing along this wall. You're kind of learning a little bit of how the organization system of the spell stores work. And he gets to the end. We've searched it rather stringently. I think that's the end of it.
So how do we lock this place back up again? Not that it really made a difference because, Trask got in, but,
Of course. I can take care of that.
we'll wait for you.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Is there perhaps a way that I could persuade you to lend us a scroll of resurrection or some sort of healing properties for our journey ahead?
Just for the ye old
You mean
His-
the federal
His face
crime?
grows stern. He says, resurrection and healing properties are two different things. We do not have scrolls of that sort.
Can I do an insight check?
Sure. I want to be clear. Necromancy isn't illegal. Incarnium is illegal. The messing with life and death,
Which is resurrection, right?
which is, yeah.
Yeah.
But what would necromancy be?
Well, there's like chill touch.
I used a lot
Oh,
of
like Venom,
necromancy.
the vampire
yeah.
Yeah.
touch. 6. 7.
The sudden sternness of his look kind of throws you off a little bit. But for your assistance tonight, and for Lumira's eagerness, I'd suppose I can reward you in some capacity.
Yes, this is what got him in trouble in the first place. But these are different times.
Yeah.
This is war now. Anything goes.
Yeah. In fact, he says, Now, of course, this is just like old times, but I'm not an employee currently, so it doesn't really matter. But how about this? A memento of tonight. And he heads back to around the same area that he originally found the trap, and he pulls from near the bottom of one of the shelves one scroll. This is a very intricate spell, and it's difficult to execute. But if you do, you'll make quick work of your enemies. And you get a scroll of Delayed Blast Fireball.
Aw, for old time's sake.
Nice.
That's cool.
What level?
Delayed
we
Blast
also
Fireball
get
is
a-
a 7th level evocation.
Can we also get a dimension door spell?
Don't be greedy.
Thank you, Peridot.
I do hope it'll be of some use. Hopefully not in the near future, but in the future. Actually, I hope that it won't be of use at all. Adventuring's a very dangerous lifestyle. You should really consider something else.
You should join us sometime.
I've had enough excitement for my whole life, probably.
Think of it. You could be traveling. We'd pay you.
5 gold pieces a month.
As you're saying this, he's no longer responding, but is just closing the doors and places his hand back on it. And you see around you, in fact, Taisha, in all your perceptiveness, you see this. These little glints that almost look like starlight that turns to these kind of shards that start to coalesce back together in this vine-like pattern on the wall, signaling that the spell stores are once again locked.
Did Peridot give Zorvan the scroll, or who did he give it to exactly?
Who did he give it to?
Zorvan.
He turns back to you all and says, okay, let's find Miss Andri. Let her know that everything's okay.
Peridot, do you want to come back to the King's Tavern with us? I feel like a sleepover would really do you a good time.
Sure, why not?
Oh, we can drink tea in the morning together.
It's bathroom bread.
Don't say anything else before I change my mind. Eventually, you all find Miss Andri and inform her of everything that has happened. It's still something tenuous, the unease that has befallen this city. And in the morning, you are to leave Silverdeep in that state, on your mission to leave for Bor, find Dorian and Ikora. But now there's an added layer. The Alliance is on thin ice, and as representatives of Silverdeep and Argent, your actions in the nation of Bor have a little bit of weight. You come to, lapsing in and out of consciousness again. You hear muffled voices. As your eyes open, you hear the shopkeeper listing out different herbal ingredients that he needs. He stops as he sees you coming awake. Well, that spell was supposed to have taken a lot longer to wear off. It's a good thing that you woke up now. If you had woken up 20 minutes ago, we'd be in a very different situation. He pulls up a mirror, shows it to you, and as you look at yourself in the reflection, he angles it downward so that without getting up, you're able to see the wound, or rather, the lack thereof. But you also see the lack of your skin in this one portion on your side as glistening, grafted, draconic features come down from right below your heart down to your right side. I saw the brand upon your heart, and I wish I could have saved all of it. I don't know what it means to you because I see the ink upon your back as well.
So half of the brand is gone.
Half of the Lamarck brand upon your heart is gone.
He grabs a pocket knife and he starts carving the other half of the brand back onto the silver. Yeah.
You see Lauren like flinch, like, what are you, but doesn't interrupt you. Make a Constitution saving throw to not pass out at the pain of this.
21.
That is metal, and we got to unpack that in a talk back or something at some point.
As he does this, he's going to say, "It does mean a lot to me."
Noted. I will be sure to save it next time you're bleeding out on my chair.
There's 7 gold with your name on it.
Your pitiful gold means nothing to me. I've collected my payment, and he slunks it down on the counter. The armor. I have a couple questions. 1, why do you have this? 2, why is there a hole in the center of it? And depending on the answers to questions 1 and 2, I reserve the right to more.
1, Umber Elf Assassin. 2, a nice gunshot. I think he did have compatriots, but I think they've been dealt with.
You're just full of one-liners, aren't you? Now, that confirms my suspicions. 1, Umber Elf Assassins don't work on their own. The First House of Malthazar are the #1 dealers of these types of assassins, should we say. The fact that he's in Silverdeep is alarming. But even more so, the fact that he was outfitted with military garbs belonging to the northern nation of Kahaya. I can't imagine he stumbled upon this on his own.
It's very incriminating, which is why it's evidence.
Well, you've come to the right person. Me finding audience with the king should be no problem.
I can get audience with the king too. He flashes his copper badge. It's definitely a couple steps down from the gold one that he used to flash around. I think he reaches out and shows him, but then double takes and is disappointed at it being just a copper signet. But he's still holding it out.
Yeah. Just with some shambles of pride. Lauren looks at you in the crest and goes, I can tell this is very special to you. He reaches into his pocket, pulls out a gold crest.
No!
And places it back in his pocket.
Oh, Iverson puts it away in shame. Utter shame.
You are a Lamarck. I think that's painfully obvious. I don't think I've seen any other Lamarcks around recently, but again, I've only been back a day. So where's the rest of your family?
It's more of an adventuring party nowadays. We're almost established as we are established as a
Don't sound too confident.
Guards. Copper guards.
Understood. I actually don't know if I do, but beyond the point.
Appointed by the king. That's all.
Well, I will prove to be a valuable contact to you and your party in the future. The Copper Guard, you said?
Yes. Well, name is, we'll call it that for now.
Well, I'm going to be holding on to this. I just need to discern beyond any reasonable doubt that it did originate from the chitin shield. Because if it did, that changes things. It's safe with me. If you have any more coin in the future, you can feel free to spend it here. If you need someone to talk to, I'm a lot better ear than Valiris is. Lauren Gaiman. And he reaches out a hand to you.
And he would shake it. Iverson Lamarck.
Well, Mr. Lamarck, I am sure that your party is worried sick. I have nothing else that I can offer you here. Perhaps in between some quests, feel free to drop by and I'll keep you informed of any developments regarding this. And he taps the armor.
Got it. And thank you for your service.
Thank you for your support. And he snaps his fingers and the front door of his shop rings open.
Iverson would walk outside to, I'd say, the peeking sun now.
Yeah, just about.
Hand covering his eyes from the sun.
Are your shirt and coat just slinked over your your arm?
I'd say it's very lazily put back on. Like it's on him, but it's like maybe 2 buttons at the bottom and everything else is kind of just, depending on the angle that you're looking at him, he is a disco ball from the shimmering silver draconic.
It's funny. It's funny that you're bringing that up. As the light starts to shine and peak, you look down at your grafted portion of your torso, and expecting a standard shimmer, you start to see instead something more opalescent. And you look back into the shop because the scales you saw on you were definitely the scales you saw on him. But he's not standing at the counter anymore.
All right then. And he continues walking.
Thank you so much for listening to Collective Imagination. This podcast is created and distributed by Indie Union Presents and is edited and produced by me, Paco Coulson. Music and sound design courtesy of Monument Studios and creators on Upbeat. All elements are licensed for use by this podcast. Follow us on social media. We have Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at Our Collective Imagination. That's OUR Collective Imagination. And make sure to join the Silver Knights. Follow us on Patreon. $5 a month gets you access to Dome to Dome, our bi-weekly talkback podcast, as well as much more exclusive content. Again, at Our Collective Imagination. That is OUR Collective Imagination. We hope to see you there.